Mm, mm, mm. All right, let's see here. I don't even know if this is on. Oh boy, we got a commercial on first. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where did that go? Skip ad. There we go. All right, hold on here. It's all this new technology I'm learning. So when I see the chat box, it says something, and I always start singing, I'm giving up on you, and it drives me insane. Oh my God. All right, first off, can you hear me? Good morning, Misfits. Good morning, Fantasy, Dutch, Macadamian001. Sound and video is fine. Yeah, I brought a Logitech thing with me, so hopefully this goes a little bit better. So I've done some soul searching last night, to put it more than. John, how are you? New troll. Sound and looks good, but ST works so I can't stay. Oh, that's okay. Yes, we can hear you. Jason, a brand new sponsor. Oh, look, he's got the picture of me. Why didn't he pick the other one? Jeez. Jason Wayne, good late morning. Yes, it is. Rambo, at 40K out of 50. Nice. Come on, let's make this happen. Did anybody mention anything on the Rambo thing, that I did a video or anything like that? I haven't even checked the site yet. I've been just so busy with everything, with Bella and everything. Sorry, Rob, had to mod DT live stream. Oh, that's okay. If they're doing something, go see them if you want. That's okay. So I did some soul searching last night. Today, first of all, we are doing top 5 games that you have in shrink wrap that you want to get to the table. That's a little different, isn't it? Because I don't want to waste any of my real good ones yet. Your video is there. My video is there. Okay. Oh, my video's there. Oh, cool. Your video is on the Rambo Kickstarter page. Cool. I'm glad. I really want to support those guys. I like those guys. I got to meet them at Gen Con for the first time. And I took a look at that Lost Station. Oh my God, I want to get my hands on that thing. And the Rambo thing was really cool. And I had a lot of fun painting up the other one. Games and shrink. Oh God, I don't think I can only choose 5. They got to be the top 5 that you walk by and you go, I got to get that to the table. And then it just sits there in shrink wrap. Well, I've made a list of 6 actually. So it's the top 6. So here's the way we're going to do this, and it's going to be a little fun. Because last night I've been thinking, and I was laying on the couch because I was laying with Bella. I was thinking, this channel's going to change a little bit. Even though I am the face that runs the place, and Leland is Leland, I want this channel to be the voice of the people, all right? The voice of the community. And I want it to be heard. I don't want it to be about me. I always watch other things, and I always see that people try to make it about themselves. And I'm sure people watch this and take a lot of ideas from here, but I'm really going to try to change things and make it more interactive with the people, because that's the thing that, like I said, the heart of the channel is the community, but your voice needs to be heard more. You know, who cares about my opinion on things? I'll give you my opinion, but also let's hear your opinion, what you guys think of things. So tomorrow debuting is Gaming Jury. It's a new segment. I shot 2 of them last night because I couldn't sleep. And it's going to be where I'm going to present the case of 2 games, and you're going to decide which one is better. So I'm really excited about this. I'm sure Leland will get to check it out before anybody else. And I'm going to be more like presenting the case to the state. Here are my thoughts about game A and game B, What are your thoughts? And then you guys in the comments put everything that you think about it, and then we'll make a verdict on it, and we'll announce it the following week. Now, I did 2 of them, and I've been working on this, and I think this is a fun idea. You're going to see 2 this week. I might as well tell you what they are. Exactly neutral. Rob's channel equals our channel. The first one is Arkham Horror versus Eldritch Horror. The second one is Warhammer Quest, the original, versus Heroes Quest. And I want you to watch the video and see how it's presented, and then put in the comments what you think. So I really want you to see how this is presented, and also put in ideas that you think can help advance that. So again, here we are. We're going to make now not only am I going to read off this top 6, okay, but I'm going to give time in between, and I'm going to have you guys tell me individually what you think your top 6 is, and we'll read it off. Also, when we're doing our top 10s, top 5s, whatever we want to call them, I'm changing things up a little bit, just a little tweak, because I keep on getting things a little bit better and better as I go. Top 5 minis to glue to your head. You see, that's a good one. Sticks for it. God, Jason, you're such a clown. Not only will we be listing your top 6 or top 5 or top 10, but I'm going to pull a couple of people's and I'm going to read theirs on air. So say Nathaniel sent me a top 5. I think it'll be a lot of fun to read off what his were, and a couple other people's in between each one, where the community as a whole votes, but also read out some of the individual ones from people. So really make our top 10s very interactive, very much the channels, and they belong to the channel, and I think that is a very successful thing. Now, our lovely and wonderful sponsor, our great sponsors, they are having a huge sale today. There's a code on their website that is going to come up, and I believe it's going to run to the 29th on Charterstone. Excuse me. You can get Charterstone and the expansion for a very special price with a code. Let me tell you what the code is if I can find it, because I'm a moron and I didn't put it up front before we get going here too fast. Oh wow, look at all the Sean Mikowski emails I got showing off all his cool stuff. Gotta take a shot when I can. Ah, here we go. Charterstone promo. See, they send me all this stuff and I just pass it on. Charter 10. If you put in the promo code Charter 10, it's an extra 10% off Charterstone and or Charterstone Recharge Pack. Launches tomorrow, Wednesday, ends Monday the 29th at 11:59. Don't forget the other promo that we have for Arkham Horror and Mansions of Madness. You guys can get all those pre-painted figures, which I'm going to be showing over the weekend along with Gloomhaven. Whew, we got a lot going on. Jason, you take that face that runs the place to a new level. Wow. Wow, man, the elbows are flying. The elbows are flying. I'm going to get involved in this now that I did all my announcements, and I'm watching this chat just blow up. So anyways, Rob, is that Charter? It's 10. Charter 10. You're going to get an extra 10% off what is already a low price. So if you're interested in that game, go get it. Mr. Bickford, what's up, my brother? So, here we go. At number 6 of the games that, Rob, that was a comment to gluing minis to his head. How does somebody glue a mini to his head? I can see him gluing an arm or a leg to his head, but only that moron will glue his entire body to his head. Okay, I have to see what Charterstone is now. My copy of TI4 is still shrinkwrap. You need friends to play that. Yeah, it's hard to find those. I know I have tons of problems finding friends. No. Yeah, right. Okay, so games that are in shrink wrap that you desperately want to play, but just keep on walking by them. At number 6, moron, how dare you, sir? I am an idiot. Yes, you are, Jason. At number 6, I have Rum and Bones Second Edition. Now, I have got to paint a ton of Rum and Bones, and I've been picking away at a couple of things. But Rum and Bones Second Edition for me has been sitting on there staring at me. And I heard it's a great game, and it's a lot of fun, and it's a big improvement from the first one. But I just walk by and I go, I need to open this up and start painting this. I need to get to this table. I need to get this to the table. I need it. And it just isn't happening. We're hoping to get it there, but right now, it just ain't doing it. So I would love to hear what you guys have at number 6. I have Rum and Bones Second Edition. Okay, and the newer stuff and all the other things and how you can convert some of the older stuff to work with the newer stuff, it just makes me want to bring it out even more, but I just can't get myself to it. Every time I do, something comes in and blocks me. It's like, oh, I think I'll work on it. No, it just doesn't happen. I love Rum and Bones. Me and my mom play it once a week. John Whitesnake says. That's very cool. It's very cool, but I would definitely love to hear what you guys say. I have Rum and Bones Second Tide right here besides me, still in the wrap. Oh, it looks like that might be people's number 6. Big Bang, banging it out. Big Bang 007. I gotta figure that one out. I know it's 007 reference, but I mean, is that him just shooting? My boy? He is one of my admins. I gotta figure it out. Has anybody seen Leland? Sharky Brouhaha. How's Cthulhu? Or are we still waiting for her to get back? Cthulhu's home, and she's actually take a turn for the better. And she takes a turn for the better. We have Bella here getting radiation. It's just been a lot on these shoulders lately, and then Huddy up in Connecticut is really having a tough time. I really, really want to thank everybody for their support. Huddy's been having a very, very tough time. Every winter he runs in there. John Whitesnake says War of the Ring number 6. He has it in the wrapper and hasn't played it. I have that in the wrapper and I haven't done it. I've only owned about 10 unplayed games, but mostly those I've at least opened and punched and previewed the rules. Yeah, I'm real bad at this. But it'll be fun to see some of these other people's, Mr. Neutral. Number 6, Tannenhauser. Good one. That's another one I have in the wrapper. Boy, Jason, we're more alike than I think. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. You're thin and anorexic. I love Rum and Bones. I just have not had the chance to play it recently. Missing my figures. I'm here. Number 6, The Others for Leland. Very nice call, Leland. Getting back to the Bella. I'm sorry, I mixed them up there. With all the bad luck we've been having, I'm surprised you can keep up with it. They don't give Bella long to live. I think they've said 6 months, anywhere from 3 months to a year. I'll have you know that I have a tapeworm, Jason. Jeez. The thing we're here to do is we have hope. And that's the thing that I always preach on this channel is to have hope, because without hope, you have nothing at all. And I will tell you right now, hope is the most important gift that you can give somebody or have. And we're going to hold out hope. We're going to have our prayers and our well wishes, and we're going to channel it, and we're going to do everything we can to have her have the best quality life that can be. Stream died? Uh-oh. Did it? Hold on. Had to refresh. Oh, okay. I was going to say, this is the best internet on the planet here. Okay. My biggest culprit is Mechs and Minions. I actually painted that game. And we played it once, and I never played it again. I have that. Damn, that should be like, that's another one that's hard to. I only have Exit Secret Lab and Shrink Wrap, but I plan to play it in March. We appreciate you still being active in your channel with everything you have going on, Rob. Wish you and the best for Bella. Thank you so much. He had a refresh. Never mind. I put Huddy on my church prayer list. Thank you. Yeah, that poor little guy's had such a tough time. He has asthma. He's only 3. I love him dearly. Along with the Queen, Cthulhu, and Bella. Thank you. Well, they worked for Cthulhu, I'll tell you that much. She's all worked up. New Troll says Libertalia. Very good one. Fire Team Zero from Academium. Very nice. We actually painted some of that, but we never played it any further than the first mission. Not having long means she's just getting more love. Yes. And if you keep running your mouth, you're not going to have long either. So everybody give them plenty of love. Empire of the Void 2 at number 6. I missed it. Is Huddy doing okay? He has pneumonia and he had a collapsed lung, so we're hoping he gets a lot better. It's tough. The weather's tough up north for a little guy with asthma. Just to add to everything else that we have on us. Hopefully they are good on the estimate and she's comfortable. I hope so. I hope she lasts at least a year. We have one more Christmas with her. We're going to give everything we got. All right. Been having a spree of pets passing these past few months without warning for most of them. Yeah, we lost Lily, we lost Tessa, and now the other 2. So we're doing the best we can. Plus the Queen has been sick for last year, as you know, and we're gonna do all right. Number 2, you can't give number 2s. We haven't gotten to number 2. Okay, so far it seems like a good mixture of stuff. So at number 5 is another game. This one really frustrates me because every time there's expansion, I run out and I buy all the expansions for it, and not one of them have been opened yet. And it's a game that I really it's on now. If you see where I film, you see that I have that one shelf, and to my left there is hello Kabuki. How's the kitty doing today? I hope that she's doing well. To the left there's another rack. So every time I come into film, there's the refrigerator, there's a rack, and then it stares me right in the face with all the expansions for it, and I bought them all. And that is Galaxy Defender and all its goodness. I gotta paint it. I want to play it, but every time I walk by it, I go, A, does anybody want to see me do that? B, it's an older game. Does anybody want to see me go that far back in time? C, no, how about A, B, right? Come on, get it right. C, okay, does anybody want to see me paint it on top of it? But I know I want to play it. I know I want to do it solo. And now that I have the opportunity to do such, I think we're going to give it a good go. So we'll see how it turns out. Kitty is okay. She is acting pretty good. Just won't eat on her own, which is distressing. I fed her earlier. She'll get there. She'll get there. I know that. I was thinking about her last night. That's for sure. So at number 5 of our list, because we're doing this live, of games that are in shrink wrap, sitting on your shelf that you want to play but never get to. And at number 5, it's Galaxy Defenders. For those of you that just came in, number 6 was Rum and Bone 2nd Edition. And we've heard some pretty good ones. Everybody's saying, I would like to see Galaxy Defenders. Okay, well, we're going to have to work that into our something old segment that we are doing every month. If you notice, we are through all this, I think I'm having one of the best starts on the channel to the year because I am determined to give you everything I got. At 5, Venom Assault kickstarted that game that is essentially legendary for G.I. Joe, Jason Miller says. Any painting is always fun. Love that. Number 5, Labrith, War of Terror. That's another one I got in shrink wrap. Good one, Dennis. Yeah, she was acting hungry in the morning but refused what I gave her. That tends to be a sign that she is nauseous. For all I know, her antibiotic may be causing this. It's got to kick in too. Love Galaxy Defender. We don't have to be the cult of the new. Back or forwards, who cares? They're all good games. But you brought up Galaxy Defenders. That's right, Drew, and I'll get it done. Number 5, Claustrophobia and Expansions. Now, I've played that one. Justin and I have actually played it. And if you go back in time, you can check out the videos. They're very good. Claustrophobia is such a good game. I love the whole mechanic of rolling the dice and going, well, I really need to do this and that. And then having those dice blocked out. Oh, man, so good. Just so good. A lot of fun. Just a great dungeon crawl. Donald Wood, my good friend. Prayer for Bella. Years ago, grandparents had similar cancer issues with beloved pets. Vets gave 6 months top, but the pet lived 3 more years. Never forget, God still performs miracles. I'll hold that very close, my friend, and thank you. That's probably a good theory. Antibiotics can make me nauseous as well, especially on an empty stomach. It's a nasty cycle. Number 5, Masamora, Dungeons of Arcadia. Number 4, oh, troll. Come on, man. He's being a troll. Just on an episode of G.I. Joe Toys on Netflix, good show called Toys That Made Us. Interesting history besides some of the iconic toys like Barbie and Star Wars, says our administrator Kabuki. Number 5, Gloomhaven. You're going to see that this weekend. Either I'm going to do it solo or I'm going to do it by myself. That might be a Friday nighter. I'm not too sure. I got to brush up on the rules. It's been a year since I played it. I heard that Claustrophobia will have a reprint this year. Ooh, that'd be kind of cool. So again, for those of you that are just coming in, this is the top 6 games that are in shrink wrap on your shelves that you want to play but haven't got to and desperately want to get to the table. Out of curiosity, what is the topic of this list? Well, Helen, I just dropped it on you. Leland, can you keep on repeating that? I know it's a lot to ask of you. What time is it, 11? Oh, God. Dude, what are you doing up? It's 5 in the morning over there. See how loyal he is? I don't think he's going to get fired today. Number 5, Folklore Affliction. Helen, her antibiotics are done probably tomorrow. I think if she had an issue, it will hopefully clear up. She had some diarrhea too. Yeah, Bella had some too. They gave some antibiotics. Oh, excuse me, and cleared it up. So, let's keep going here. We had some great number 5s. It's amazing how we'll talk about this and how certain things that you guys are mentioning are going to pop up on this list. At number 4, I just got viral thanks to you, Rob. I can't wait to get that one played. Well, I'm so happy you want it, and I wish I could give you all so many things. Great deal. Here's hoping that it is cause. Oh, okay, there we go. Sorry. So number 4 on our list of games that are in shrink wrap that sit on your shelf that you want to get to the table but just don't. Ooh, Fortune and Glory, that's a good one. And number 4 is Heroes Reborn. Okay, I got this game as a special. It was oh God, I got it at a convention and I think I played virtually nothing for it. And oh, I'm just not going to read it. And I got this game and I absolutely was thrilled with it. I loved the miniatures. I loved how it looked. And it's, again, there is Galaxy Defender, and then right above it in the right-hand corner, because I can tell you where they are, because I look at them all the time. I go, I should take that down and play that. I should take that down and play that. I should take that down and play that. And I never get to it. But Heroes Reborn is an older game that's out of print. I think it's out of print. If you can find one, it's very good. It's a tile-based game. There's a lot going on it. I love the miniatures. I want to paint them up. Um, but it is one that I want to get to the table. Now, unfortunately, some of the ones that are on the list here that I need to get to the table were out of shrink wrap because I did start to paint them and work on them and stuff like that. And I have to say, if it was still shrink wrapped, Battle Stations would be my number one. And number two would be Witchborn, just so you know. Everyone has their own rules and win conditions. There you go. James Crampton says, oh, wow, this is flying. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you so much for participating. Vast. I opened that up. We were going to play it, but it's out of shrink wrap. That probably would have, it would have been, we would have had a top 10 here. But a lot of them I open and kind of go through, but we still got to get them to the table. Here I Stand, 500th Anniversary Edition, number 4. KDM for Big Bang. Dude, I hope our videos are inspiring you to do such. I do not have too many games in shrink, but so many that I would love to get to the table. Good one, Helen. And the best thing is, Kabuki, Rob, just... Rob, just so you know, the DT is live, and I am here, and here I am with you. You don't have to fret about me being on a lot of channels. I thank you for being here, and I know that's a lot to sit here, and you know, they're probably doing something spectacular, and we're just doing probably some lame top 6 list. But you know, like I said, I'm not going to let anybody get in my way when I do things. This is just our channel. We contain ourselves to our own little channel, and like I said, this channel is the voice of the people. The heart of this channel is its community, and that is the theme that we are doing this year. And that's why we're, you know, again, I'm gonna do a little self-promotion. Look for these 2 new segments that start Thursday and Saturday. I decided to do 2, and then we'll bring it down to 1 a week, and that's called Gaming Jury. You guys are the jury. I am the defense, and I will talk to you about each game, but only you can choose one game, and you could put that in the comments. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with it. It's just another way to get you guys interactive onto the channel. All right. Let's see. Oh, Pete Shirley's here. Number 4, Pandemonium, fantasy survival horror game. Good one, Sean. I have 2 copies of that one, both in shrink. Number 4, Arcadia Quest. See, that's another good one. There's a couple expansions I got to get done. Number 4, well, that was my Mark Livergood, and Macadame 001 says Swords and Sorcery. It's Pete. Don't call me Shirley. Oh, Pete Shirley. Everybody loves Pete Shirley. How could they not? The voice of the heart of the people is the face of the community. I'm so bad at slow. Dude, stop blowing this channel up. I think you should be New Troll 2.0. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I hear you there, Helen. I've got 4 games with campaigns like structure that I want to get to the table, and it seems like it takes forever to get to the table. Problem is I keep on buying stuff. The community is great here, and the interaction with you, Rob. We aren't just our observers. You talk to us and make us feel special. Thank you, Kabuki. You are the best, and you're a big part of this community. Only you can prevent forest fires. Sorry, just had to say that. I totally need to get Gloomhaven to the table, she says. The only thing I really wish is that these chats persist after the end of the stream. I know, but it has to end sometime. I'm thinking of doing a Discord. I know that my good friend and very loyal follower, Leland, has see, notice he's hired today. Got to go. Time for baseball practice. See you all later. Dutch, take it easy. John Whitesnake, number 4, Wartime. You know, I got that. I got that at Gen Con. That's another one I got to get, but it just didn't make the list. Pete, we are doing a top 6 of games that sit on your shelf in shrink wrap that you want to get to the table, but just keep walking by. All right, let's keep going here. I bounced off. Rob, since Janice has moved, does that put Axis and Allies anniversary on hold? No, what I'm thinking of doing is I'm waiting to get all paid up with well, not paid up, but after the big hit for Bella, I'm going to buy 2 more computers. And what I'm going to do is have 2 people play it with me, or another person play it with me. Kabuki, this is a game that I'm thinking of doing with you, and we can do it live. I can move the pieces for you, and we can just do it. Since Janice has moved, does that mean you have a spare bedroom? Yeah, you can sleep right next to Justin. And the both of you can cuddle and spoon. So I'm working out the details. I'm trying to figure out how to do this, but you are my #1 pick to do the anniversary edition live. We would have to find a good time for you. We'd have to discuss it. I would make sure you know, I know you have your privacy thing, that you definitely are not shown on the thing, but we would definitely work on it. So, #4, we've had a lot of great things with me. Go, yeah, of course. You're a big part of this channel, so you belong in there. So, and #3 of games that are wrapped and need to be unwrapped and got to the table. What would be #3 for me? It's Xia, or Xia, Xia, just to make sure I'm not butchering it. I love that game. I walk by it. It is a giant sandbox space game. I've been dying to open it up. I've played it at conventions. I think that one would be too tricky over the internet. I've got a few ideas. I really do, and I think it could be done. I really do. When did Janice move? Must have missed that update. She moved the 4th of January and went to Miami. Xia is so good. Oh my God, Rob, play it. I've got to get that to the table. We do have Justin. He will be playing. #3, Mark Livergood says Caverna. Caverna for him is his #3. Jason Miller, Fire Team 0. Yeah, Xia is a blast. I know it's good. I played it. I love it. I just walked by it. #3 for Macadamia. It's 3. #3 is The Others, 7 Sins. It looks like so much fun. I've seen it being played a few times, and you get sucked in because everything's done so nice. I unwrapped Xia just to look at the stuff inside, but the expansion is still in shrink. Does that count? Yes, it does. There you go, Helen. I plan on Xia on the. I plan on trying Xia on the tabletop simulator this weekend. #3, Near and Far. Love everything Ryan Lackow, but haven't been able to get life into this one. #3, Burning Suns. #3, Lobotomy, the board game. Boy, that's another one I got wrapped up. I got to get to. Boy, I could have made this in top 10 easy. I just didn't think I had time to do all this. Helen, play with the expansion. Good stuff. I got to get the expansion. #3, Mythic Battles Pathalon. So heavy, so much stuff. Too afraid to unwrap. I have to get this game. I have to get Mythic Battles. Hopefully it goes to retail at some point. I mostly play solo, so expansion is a must. There we go. Wow, this is really flying. Massive Darkness for Leland. Look at Leland contributing, working. This is our guy. This is our guy. Star Trek Ascendancy, Gloomhaven, Team Zero, StarCraft, and Forbidden Stars are my top 5. I need to get to the table. I'm supposed to do them one at a time, Pete. You're just breaking all the rules, bro. Jeez. God, Burning Suns. I punched and bagged it, but need to play it. Small World 4X has me so intrigued to play, says Sharky Bruhaha. I love that name, by the way. Wait, Burning Suns finally shipped? I think it did. I need to get a computer set up where I can play Tabletop Simulator. Then I can play with others. There you go. I played that game 5 years ago. I gotta get Tabletop Simulator. Maybe that's the way to go, and maybe we can stream it. Let us work on that, shall we? Maybe we can do some things that way. Number 3 for John Whitesnake, Room Wars, the miniature game. I painted that and gave it away. I was very disappointed in that game, believe it or not. The top six games that are still in shrink wrap that you want to get to the table. Thank you, Leland. He's so loyal. I'm going to wear my Leland t-shirt this weekend. I swear I am. Yes, only took 3 years. Let's see. Oh man, this thing's flying. Mythic Battles is unbelievable. Sent Rob a bunch of painted pictures. Pete, I am a rebel. You sure are. But I am the Empire. Plus I have a meeting soon, so if you could throw them all out there. I really need to get Star Trek Ascendancy onto the table. Another one from Kabuki. Oh, I really like Star Trek Ascendancy. That game needs more love. I need 3 people for it. I wonder if I can work that one in. I'm working on a bunch of things. You're going to see a lot of cool stuff going forward. I think too many people follow the same blueprint. We are going to be the innovators of violence. Exactly. We are going to be innovators. We are going to break the mold. We are going to do things differently because we're going to not stand out. It doesn't matter if we get noticed or not. We are just going to do things differently. Open up the doors and build a wonderful community, which we already have. So it never goes another subscriber forward, that we just have everything that you could possibly do and want, and just share our lives going forward until I kick off, because I'm old. Isn't that right, Grim Reaper? Follows me around everywhere I go. If anybody wants to play TTS sometime, send me a geek mail. There we go. Big, beautiful shepherd just walked by. Sorry, guys, I got distracted. It's so heartbreaking here. You just see so many animals just really suffering. Okay, we're talking about dropping. Oh, the Borg single-player expansion is coming out soon. Really? Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out. I really liked Burning Suns. That was 5 years ago. Who knows how much it's changed in time. I was expecting much from Rune Wars minis. Wife and I got to play it though, and wasn't thrilled. I'm with you, Fantasy D7. Sean drops elbow. Yeah, I know. Sean taking shots. Damn. That's my bro too. I love MOM 2.0, Mansions of Madness, Poor Pups. Yeah, there's some kiddies here. It's really tough. Private message on Board Game Geek, or just make a thread. That's what we built the forum for, so you can all talk to each other and say, hey, listen, I got this in Tabletop Simulator. Look at Leland, man, he is just busting it out. Put it there, make a thread, put a list of the games that you want to play, and then you can email each other. I mean, that's why we built the forum, so you guys have a place to go. So let's run down the list very, very quickly here. We have number 6, Rum and Bones, 2nd edition. We have Galaxy Defender and all its expansions sitting there in all its glory. Borg, I got you, Sharky. Heroes Reborn. No, a game that I just walk by and I go, man, I got to get that out there. Zia, all those beautiful components, all wrapped up in shrink wrap. There we go. So we're down to the last two, number 1 and number 2. I think Leland earned his medical benefits from Rob today. We're discussing a package as far as medical benefits and things like that. So we'll see how it all goes for Leland, if he can stay hired long enough. You know, let's hope he doesn't screw up anything anymore. So again, as Leland has put out there, we are top 6 games that you have in shrink wrap that you want to get to the table but just don't. So at number 2 is a game that people really trashed when it first came out and were very, very disappointed in. And for me, as time went on, they came out with a new set of rules. They started coming out with expansions, and I started buying those up. But I still can't get it off my shelf and paint it into the table. Question to Rob: have you looked into or have any thoughts on Nemesis? I'd like to get it, but you know, not a lot of people send things our way to review and stuff like that. I don't know enough about it, but I will be taking a look at it sometime Sith night. So let's get back. A game that I really, really want to get to the table. I believe it's been fixed to some degree, but I just want to open it up because I love so many of the figures. As they get discounted, I've been trying to find and buy up all the other expansions. And as they've been releasing things, there's another reason I didn't put it to the table, was that a lot of you had kickstarted it and didn't get everything from it. So as much as I want to pull it down and put it on the table, I just don't. And that is Myth. I'm a sucker for dungeon crawls, and I hear mixed things about it, but I have to judge it for myself. And I see the figures and I go, wow, that'd be really cool to paint. That one's cool to paint. But I definitely don't get it there. We're getting there. Myth is at number 2 for Rob. Myth is number 2. I'll run down the top 6 yet again. Fallout is fun. Doesn't take much to die through though. Number 2 is Conan from Macadamium 001. Fallout for Jason. Fallout is amazing, says Sith Knight. Number 2, Conflict of Heroes Awakening the Bear with the Eastern Front solo expansion. Great game. Number 2, Mansions of Madness 2nd edition. Number 2, Massive Darkness, says Mark Livergood. Dennis had Mansions of Madness. I think Myth in number 2 is a real mystery. I picked up Myth secondhand from my FLGS. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I grabbed it to paint the middies. John's number 2 is This War Is Mine, another one that I have all wrapped up. Sean McCoskey, number 2, a tie between Conan and the Seventh Continent. That's one that I got to get my hands on. There's a lot of games I got to get my hands on. Jeez. So, boy, we are just hitting home with a lot of this stuff. Myth really looks interesting. When I was at Gen Con, I went by their booth and I bought some more stuff. Leland says Mecha and Minions, number 2 for him. And I picked up some additional stuff, some more expansions, and the updated rulebook. Call me old school. Number 1 for me is always Arkham Horror and Eldritch. Oh, well, there you go. Speaking of that, thank you for consideration of folklore as well, Rob. Holding off doing plays before they shipped the Kickstarter copies. Number 2, First Martians. Wanted to do some campaign scenarios. Kabuki kicking it out there. Helen Adams. Ooh, Leland. 808. I have that one in shrink too. See, Ellen, you do have them in shrink wrap. What are you talking about? Come on, girl. So for me, number 2, Myth. As I got the expansions, I got more figures, and I'm just like, oh God, I gotta get to this at some point. But I always have all the time in the world. Gregorius, Robert, do you have stuffed fables? The minis look awesome. No, I do not. I'll have to try to get it at some point. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Eventually, we get it. You know, everybody else gets it first. There's like this big, huge thing um, where everything gets kicked out. War Quest, a game I painted, but I refused to pay until then. Finally got it and had been playing it every couple of weeks. Really fun, but it's pretty brutal. Would recommend House Rules, the Party Wipe rules, as it is ridiculous. I like hard games, but it isn't in shrink, so does it still count? It's okay, Kabuki, we'll count it. I opened First Martians so I can paint the minis. First minis I ever painted, and you did a great job. I saw the pictures, and yes, Endure the Stars. Opened it, painted it, still haven't played it. It's a really pretty good game. It's a fun, quick type of zombicide game. But like I said, I got all those figures and I got everything, and I've just been holding off. But I will get to it. I promise you that. That's the fun thing. I just have all the time in the world to get to them. Well, at least while I'm breathing. Or Deep Madness. Oh, I really want that game. Can't decide on that or Deep Madness. Another game that I really got to get, well, I have, and I really got to get to the table is Lobotomy. I got to get that to the table. That has such a fascinating aspect to it, and I'm really looking forward to it. So there we go. Okay, so let's run down the top 6. Rum and Bones, 2nd edition. Number 5, Galaxy Defender. Number 4, Heroes Reborn. Number 3, Zia. Number 2, Myth. Rob Warren. I can see another top XXX list here. Games we have painted but haven't gotten to the table. Boy, I can run a list on that'll make your head spin. Great game, says our man Sith Knight. So we ran through the top 5 so far, and here we're coming up on number 1. Number 7, it's Pretty Princess, Prettiest Party Expansion. Wow, that's nice. Macadamia, number 1 is, oh, he's given his number 1, Myth Journeyman. I am a bit happier about the Kickstarter now. They have confirmed the sale of the IP. Nice. Stuffed Fables is also on my list. I really want to paint those middies. Look at you, Mark, busting out. So let's talk about number 1. Oh, see, now I'm going to have to freeze this chat just for a second. There we go. Just so I can catch up on everything. Okay, so my number 1 game out of them all, and this is one that I was very excited about going to Gen Con and getting. I went there, I raced there, and when I was running through the aisle, because I had a press pass, lucky me, exhibitor pass, press pass, whatever you want to call it, and I found where their booth was, and that was the first thing I did when the doors opened. I ran right over there and I made sure I got a copy of it. And my number 1 is Folklore the Affliction. I bought the expansion, I bought everything there was, I spent almost $200 on everything. Yeah, I did, I spent $200. And it sits there looking at me, and looking at me, and looking at me. And I go, I gotta get to this. This is supposed to be a great game. I gotta get there. This is supposed to be a great game. I just can't get to it. And every time I think, I go, well, you know, we're gonna squeeze this into the schedule this week. Another box comes from Miniature Market, open it up, and you go, I gotta get to this first. I gotta get to this first. I gotta get to this first. I'm gonna get to it. But it is on number 1 on my list. First of all the miniatures look really good. When I was looking at them in the showcase, all the whole, I checked a couple of videos out that somebody did, and they did a very nice job with it. I forgot who did it. I mean, I watched like 4 minutes of it. I don't know how good the rest of it was, but it just caught my eye, and I said, oh, I got to get this game to the table, painted, ready to go, bust it out, give everything I got to it. And it sits there in shrink. I wonder if there's some dust on it by this point. Let's see, number 1. We said Myth Journeyman for Macadam Man. Number 1, The Expanse for Kabuki Kid. Number 1, Gloomhaven for Leland. Number 1, Gloomhaven for Mark Livergood. John Whitesnake with number 1, Necromunda Underhive. Dennis Heinen. Number 1, Shadespire. I forced myself to do that. Ooh, Folklore, I want that. Thanks, Leland and Kabuki. Geekzola, I'm already very late. That's all right, because the best thing about this is you can watch it again. So, Jason's Miller, 6 to number 1, was Tannenhausen, Venom Assault, Acrony, Fire Team Zero, Fallout. Very nice list. Oh, number 1. And Endure the Stars. Let's see, what else? Conan Big Bang says number 1. Kabuki says, I really like Shadespire. It is very good. Waiting for the Pledge Manager to open so I can spend way too much money on a second printing of Folklore. Bill Bickford says, Kingdom, Death, and Monster, number 1. Sean, my number 1, one of the most expensive collections in my collection, Sergeant's the miniature game with all the expansions, metal vehicles, and terrain. My wife would kill me if she knew. Oh my God, I spent so much money on that game. I'm going to tell you a little story about that too. My goal is to finish painting all the Arcadia quests before Folklore and Secrets of the Lost Station arrives. I did this whole video on this game for him, for the guy. Did a whole bunch of stuff, really, because I really liked how it played. Did some review videos. Tried to hook him up with Miniature Market. Still have more than 10 others are shrink wrap that I didn't list. I'll tell the story in a second. Geekzola. Number 6, Kingdom Death Monster. Number 5, Chaos Ball. Number 4, Terminator Genesis. Oh, I have that one. Number 3, Battle Stations. I have it, but it's out of shrink wrap. Number 2, Scoville. Number 1, Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles Shadows of the Past. I gave away mine, but I have the Works edition, so it's in the shrink wrap. I got to open that up and paint it again. So, I have it bid on Battle Stations over on an auction on BGG. Oh, so sad I just not got to this live stream. Oh, it's okay, Ashley. I've been really enjoying Dark Souls, but I think to enjoy it to its fullest, you need to love the video game. I agree with that, Schooner. I think you hit something on the head there. Now, oh, Ashley, yes. It's okay, Ashley. We'll run down the list and we'll talk a little bit about it. Kabuki, I keep hearing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game is good. I played it live with Tom, and I painted up a majority of the figures for that game. I played it with Mr. Bonacore and Justin, as a matter of fact. Dark Souls does the boss battle really well. At Schooner, LOL, you have to be a masochist to love that game. I guess I am, because I really do love that game. I love how hard it is. I just don't like easy games. The Raiders of the North Sea expansion, it's not my number 1 because they will get played the next time I meet up. There you go. But as far as Sergeants is concerned, I went out and I did the same thing Sean did. I bought everything for it. And when I mean I bought everything for it, I must have spent, oh God, easily $600-700 on this game. And I brought it home and we played it. We did all these videos. I forwarded the videos to the guy. I go to Historicon where I saw Sean, and I think that's where Sean bought a bunch of it because I talked the game up. And I go, I hope you enjoyed the videos and all that stuff. The guy just virtually ignored me. I mean, he was just like, dude, I wasn't here looking for anything free. I'm the one that gave you a whole bunch of money. And I mean, what could I be looking for? And he was just like, he was just like, I know my game's great. Okay. We painted all in house. Okay. Wow, it was a tough one. Jason, talk to you later, brother. So I was a little disappointed in that, because all you were trying to do is here's this great game. It's a lot of fun, and this guy just kind of takes a, you're beneath me kind of thing. You know, and all you're trying to do is help a guy. You know, not that I'm knocking the world down with, you know, with views and stuff like that. But, you know, our little channel, one guy talks to another, and if that's 2 sales, then you know something? It just helps you feed your family a little bit more. That's all I have to say about that. So, Terminus Genesis looks interesting because it uses a variant of bolt action system, which looks pretty neat. I know, geek, it really does. So let's run through our list of top 6 games, my list, of top 6 games that are shrink wrap that are sitting on that massive shelving system that I want to get to the table, but I never do. And number 6, Rum and Bones, 2nd edition. Number 5, Galaxy Defender. Number 4, Heroes Reborn. Yes, you should have dropped an elbow on his scrawny little head. It wasn't worth it. I'm saving one for a couple people. I'm just gonna make sure they take off their hat first. Number 3, Zia. Number 2, Folklore. Number 1, number 2 is Myth, and number 1 is Folklore. Wow. I've got a few elbows to drop. They all take their hats off and take the bionic elbow from the top of the steel cage. Then when, you know, they're just laying there and I'm standing over, tear their shirt off, wrap it around their neck and start choking them, and wait for the ref to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull it off a little bit, wrap around the neck again. Boy, sounds like a storyline, doesn't it? So again, these are my top 6 games that are sitting in shrink wrap, and I'm really hoping to get these in the next 6 months to the table. It would be interesting to take a look at this video that is dated today, 1/24, and to look July 24th. Mark it on the calendar. As a matter of fact, Leland, on the forum calendar, to see how many of this list get played or opened or presented in front of you guys. Can anyone at the hospital hear you? Yeah, there's people walking by. I don't care. There's people walking by, and there's pets, and there's it's heartbreaking. And my little girl's getting radiation for the last time. I just can't wait to get her home and just get her back in the thing. Did you ever post the cage match with Rumble Slam? No, I have to do that. I want to do it live, but I think I'm going to do it taped. I'm going to take some time. I've been trying to get far ahead, and I believe I'm ahead in videos all the way to Monday. So when we get home tonight, I'm going to film all the way through next week. Some of the extra stuff, we're going to do the top 5 solo games. We're going to do all that, and I'm going to film all that, get it edited, get it up, and then that'll leave a nice opening that during the week I can do Rumble Slam live, because I'm going to do play-by-play during the whole thing, and it's going to be ridiculous. And wait till you see the big finish. I know what's happening. I know, because we script it. I know what you're saying. You think this stuff is real, but in Rumble Slam, the matches are predetermined. Just letting you know a little carny secret, that's all. Leland, did you get that? Is he even here? I'm starting to get a little disappointed in his participation in this stream. It's, you know, I don't know what's going on with him. I think he's holding out for more money. I may have to start to, listen, send your resumes to Rob Oren at Nova Prime 860. If you would like a position in our community, please send your resumes. I will overlook them. Tell me what some of the qualifications are. Tell me how much pushback I will have from you. Hopefully none. You convinced me to order Rumble Slam. Looking forward to some vids. Yeah, definitely. Sean did a great job with that. It's such a great game. Rumble Slam looks interesting. Hope to see it at my usual online provider. I hope so too. Leland, you slacker. Oh, here it comes. Oh, who's this? Sanford, Florida. Excuse me for a moment. Hello? This is Heather at Account Services. Oh, they want me to contact them. Oh, I can lower my interest rate. Unbelievable. I'm here. How funny would it be for people to really send in resumes? Oh God, it'd be a blessing. It'd be a blessing. Especially since the benefit package I'm putting together. Did you notice the Queen tattooed, painted on the big guy? Yeah, I did. I actually showed it off, Sean, but if you want me to, you know, promote it a little bit more, I will when we definitely, when we bring them out. I definitely will show everybody and make sure that everybody knows that you're a better painter than me. Okay? I said it. That just happened. Okay? Do you feel a little bit better? You know, my hand's getting a little sore from patting you on the back so much. I love that guy. Gotta love spam calls. What I'm looking forward to is I'm thinking of just going Historicon on my own just so I can meet up with him. Or I might try to do PAX because I know he's closed. I hate those calls. I had the same job for 17 years. My resume would be boring. Do you include a dental plan? Of course. Spam. Paint him after the image of you. I know. I was waiting for that, Sean. I notice how, you know, you got him missing a few teeth too. I'll mark it on the calendar. Oh, look how good. What are you marking on the calendar? It took you this long to respond, Leland? What's going on? I've been at my job for 11 years also. Boring resume. Been at mine for 30 something. I should have been retired a long time ago. Yeah, I'm thinking of going either. One big thing I want to announce is that I am going to Gen Con with Miniature Market. But the nice thing is they've given me freedom to do whatever I want. So my dear friend and daughter, basically, we call her our venturing adopted daughter, and that's Tina the Board Game. We'll be working together and doing a whole bunch of videos together, and I'm looking forward to it. She's going to be behind the camera, but she's going to do like a whole documentary of our entire week together. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. She's thinking of going to PAX Philadelphia as well. So I really encourage people, if you're going to those two conventions, to come spend some time with us. We're going to finally be able to play some games and do some things, get some interviews, and do really just have some fun. Spud Kitty, how you doing? You missed it all. We did the top 6 games wrapped in shrink wrap that sit up on the shelf that we want to get to the table but never do get to the table. And just to clarify and update some of you guys, if you could play any I'll do this. Let me do the list and then I'll answer that. Rum and Bone 2nd edition, Galaxy Defender at number 5. Number 4, Heroes Reborn. Number 3, Zia. Number 2, Myth. And number 1, Folklore, The Affliction. So let's answer Sue Park because he's such a loyal and good guy. If you could play any 2-player game while waiting now, what would you play? What would we play? Any 2-player game. I think right now, if I could put something on this little table here, I would probably want to play, because I've been getting an itch for it lately, is the original Warhammer Quest. Well, that's not a two-player game. Two-player game? Boy, you really stumped me on this one. Two-player game. I would want to play Panzer. I've been having a real itch to play Panzer. Raptor, that is a fun two-player game. Oh, there you go. Myth, as in MegaCon Games. That is correct. Or Baseball Highlights 2045. You know, that's a great two-player game. Good one, Kabuki. I couldn't think of that, but I always like playing that in a tournament. I always think that's a lot of fun. Headed to the airport now. Don't should be there for in 6 or 7 hours. Space Hope in the waiting room, Rob. Oh, that's a good one too. ASL, that's a great one. Boy, you guys are pulling out all the good ones. I just couldn't. Hero Realms, that's pretty good. I played that with Sam when we were sitting at the booth for BGG Con. That's one I'd like to go back to. I'm doing all these conventions on my own this year. I'm not going with anybody. So it's kind of, very exciting for me to be able to go out there and spend some time with Talon. That's another good one. Spend some time with some of the other contributors, and hopefully, I know that it could be cliquey at times and stuff like that, but I really want to meet and talk and pick the brain of other people and see how some of these other people really are. I like to spend time with Rodney. I like to spend time with Joel. There's a couple other people, Anthony from Ant Labs I like to spend some time with. Just to name a few. Ogre, if you want something zippy and it comes in the compact version, of course I've got the version that's this big. Mr. Jack, I never played that. Panzer, maybe a solo game of Sherman Leader would work in the meantime. That sure would. I should have brought it with me. Just put it out on the floor here. Some dog would come up and urinate on it. No, my luck. Would love to see you at BGG again. Ryan, I think I'm gonna write them and see if they'll give me a pass, and I'll see if I can get a hotel room. I like to do that one. I'm gonna do Gen Con. I'm thinking of doing Origins, Historicon, and I'm going May 10th and 11th in March. I will be in St. Louis, and I will be at Miniature Market's brand new store. So we're going to have the whole thing there. Ambush, great game. Great game. Nice call, Dennis. Rob, have you ever played Magic the Gathering? Yeah, I used to play quite a bit with my son, and then the game just got kind of weird. Ambush is still a classic. Well, not that the game got weird. I think when people got so competitive that they made it not fun anymore. So we would play every once in a while by ourselves, but if you don't stay up on that game, it gets kind of crazy. Thunderbolt Apache Leader is another fun solo game, which I have in the wrapper. Haven't opened it. Sorry, Dan. Forgive me. Alas, it seems he is missing Geekway. That's another one I keep on forgetting to mention. Guess I'll have to game with those of you who are going there. I'll see how that works. I just picked up Final Act from Miniature Market. Really looks like a really fun two-player game. Check out the review on that, folks. As we will be breaking that bad boy out and talking about it very, very soon. So we've got a lot to do, boy. I gotta film some stuff tomorrow too. Ugh. There's a lot, you work all day. Everybody geek mail Aldi and request that he gives Rob a pass to BGG Con. Yeah, I could really use one, to be honest with you. Yeah, exhibitor's pass or whatever. Like I said, I want to mingle more with people and really get to know some of the other guys out there. I'd like to spend some more time with Man vs. Meeple. They're really, really nice guys. when the Queen was desperately sick. They were the only people that came up and asked, "Hey, no, Rodney did too." Um, Asked, "How's your wife doing?" And I'll never forget that, and I really appreciate it. It was very classy of those guys. Scott Olden is Aldi. Are you going to do more clearance gems? Yes, I talked to Steven about it. I'm going to go through, once we get through some of the stuff. I'm really trying to find a schedule. I'm really enjoying how we're doing this. If you are going to deal with Galaxy Defender, you should do a comparison with Swords and Sorcery. Guys, all I'm going to tell you is check out Gaming Jury. It goes live tomorrow. I think you're going to like what's going on. It's going to be an ongoing series, and you're really going to enjoy this. I present the case. You guys are the jury, and put it in the comments. And then the following week, we'll announce the verdicts. So the first two won't have any verdicts in it, but we will talk about it the following week. Thanks so much. It's one of my favorite segments. I'm really enjoying what we're doing, and I'm starting to get into a nice pattern where I can get ahead of things and fit things in. And I think that the format is really going to be fun. The format for this top six is really great. I love how we all get to participate. It really feels like we are a part of it. Great job. Thank you so much, Sean. I couldn't do it without this wonderful, fantastic community. You know, we don't get hundreds of people watching live, but the people that do watch really make a difference in everything that we do here live. And couldn't do it without you. That's why this is the community that you guys built, and we couldn't do it without you. I wish conventions were closer. Well, let's see what happens as far as something West Coast. I'll figure it out. Again, it really depends on how Bella's doing, you know, and the Queen's feeling. I'm really trying to keep things limited, you know, smart, you know, at a smart range. So just see how things go. We're going to play it by ear. We're going to do the best we can. We couldn't do it without you. That's right. Well, let's not forget, where is he? Where is he? Where's Leland? I was going to say we can't do things without Leland, but Leland is staying in the background today. I don't know what's going on with him. He's usually a little bit more interactive, trying to keep things going, but I have to give it. Let me tell you who the all-star of my administrators are today. Okay? And that has to go to Kabuki Kid, who did a great job of keeping everything nice and neat, making sure everybody, you know, taking some time out from one of her favorite channels, which is the Dice Tower, where she's administrator over, coming over and helping Leland keep everything nice and neat and in line. So, Leland, I'm a little disappointed. Has Leland been fired yet? No, not yet. But I am taking resumes. I'm not saying there's a position, but there may be one opening up very soon. And you can email those resumes to novaprime860@hotmail.com. Conventions are difficult for me. I'm in Southwest Texas, hours away from anything. Wow. You must be out there by, oh God, what's the name of that town? I forget. I don't have to do anything. This channel never needs banning or anything. Oh, we get a few, and they're fun. We usually laugh about them. And I think that's the beauty of having such a small community and so few people watching, that when somebody does come in, we all look at it and go, wow, this is weird. And then we laugh about it for about 20-25 minutes. That's the beauty of having just such a tight-knit community, and that's what really works. Okay, I've been on here for how long? Let's see. It's another day, right? An hour and 15 minutes. Guys, thank you so much for keeping me company here while we are going through a very tough time. Look at the bloodthirsty Makowski. Fire him. Hire Kabuki. Wow. Wow. And this is a guy, you know, me and Sean are going to talk offline because Sean has a very important job where he runs a bunch of people. So he has the best experience. Like, this is the first time that I've actually had to run a situation where I have a bunch of people. If you like to hang out, look, here it comes. Okay, about 4 or 5 hour drive from BGG. Yeah, that's a bit of a drive, bro. Oh, my thing is blowing up. Oh, okay, that's the other one. I don't care about that. The funny thing is that, you know, this is my first time having an employee. You know, we're just a little small, you know, very, very, very small business. Like, we're adding another person on to help with something else, which is Lori, which we still have to talk to her at some point. But here's the problem. You know, Leon's very comfortable in his job. He's not being challenged or pushed. And I think some competition. Send me your resumes. I'll be happy to read them. I don't have to mention your name, but I will read them and see who is qualified for this position. Plus, when you drive, you can bring home more games. There you go, Helen. See, when I fly, I got to ship stuff home. Oh man, it's so tough when you ship stuff home. Ship. I think I spend more in shipping than I do in the actual games. Ugh. When is BGG? Next November. And they have a spring one too. Ooh, that wouldn't be a bad thing. I've never been to this spring one. Is it any good? Plus, you can sell more games. Yeah, there you go. All right. I think we've said it all. I think I've said it all. This has been a lot of fun. We'll work for games. Look at this. That's the kind of attitude we want, LB. That's the kind of attitude we want. Really like what's going on. Thunderdome, yes. See, that's the way we should do it. Bunch of people come in, one walks out. You challenge me every day. You have incredible work ethic, boss. Now he's calling me boss. Boy, oh boy. I'm hoping to get to Gen Con this year, although I like to game and see people rather than shop so much. Tight budget this year. Well, hopefully you can, and you know, we get to spend some time and just enjoy ourselves. Matter of fact, everybody that goes to Gen Con this year, I'm going to see if we can, I can arrange it where I take a bunch of people out to dinner this year. That's why I drive a truck. I can carry more games. Atta boy, Mark. That's the way you think. At Sean Makowski. I'm here quite often. Oh, wow. We'll work for painted minis. You got it, Garth. Just send those resumes to Nova Prime at hotmail.com. All right, guys, I'm going to get going. I'm going to go try to grab something to eat, or try to eat. I haven't been eating very well, as you know. This has been very stressful. Tomorrow I'm going to try to do something live. I'm going to try to, I got a painting 101 going up tomorrow night too. I got to finish that, and I got to finish battling brushes. So maybe we'll do some live stuff, which I think will be fun. You will need a truck when you come up here. I know, Pete. I've got that minivan, so I'm ready. Pete is donating a ton of games that we are going to give away to the unfortunate, and try to help a bunch of you guys out that don't have stuff. We have sent a ton of games to people that don't have things, can't afford things. Some of you guys know who you are, and just know that we're going to be doing it again. If you need anything, just email me at novaprime860@hotmail.com. Prayers for Bella. Hope these treatments help her. I do too. Quality life is most important, but most important is just taking care of our little girl. All right. I love you all. You guys are very good to me, and this means the world to me. Over 100 titles. Richard Launius and Pete Shirley are just some of the best salt of the earth guys. Every time I've gone to the Dice Tower, I've always sat down and we've just talked about life, not about games. No fanboy junk. It's just sitting down, talking to each other. Nobody trying to get anything from anybody. Just a bunch of guys just sitting there and just enjoying each other. And it's some of my favorite parts of just being at that convention is spending time with them. Damn Kabuki, I got mine. I haven't got mine yet. Peace, big guy. Have a great rest of your day. Guys, thank you so much again. I can't say enough about everybody. Pete, Richard, thank you so much. You guys are the best. All right, we'll see you soon. Take it easy, folks.